So today, guys, I want to take a topic called as pivot or unpivot. Okay, this is again a separate topic. Okay. Let me just put today's date. Today's date is 26/12/2022.
Hi, sir.
Hi, guys. Why are you late? Okay.
Sorry, sir.
12. Okay, fine. Oh no. Let me fine, guys.
So give me the
Yeah. Let me just give you the access. Okay. Rakesh, Satyam, fine, guys. So today we are going to start a fresh topic guys called as pivot and unpivot. Okay. So what are this pivot? Do you know anything about pivot? Transposes the row
into column.
Transposes the rows into the column. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what is unpivot?
It perform reverse or means row to column. Convert row into
transpose columns to what?
Row.
So now, guys, they are asking this question because this is a tactical question and people are not able to answer. So nowadays, this has become the condition when the interviewer wants to reject. He will just tell, can you write a query to transpose or records into column or columns into records, and then people are not able to give the answer, and then he's rejected. One by one, we will learn. So let us first understand a query I'm writing is called unpivot. Okay. So let me just start the Oracle database. Okay. This is a query I have written. So this is, guys, a constant value. Welcome. It's called as literal. When we write a query in the single quotation, that becomes a constant value. Hi, Meenakshi. Let me just give the access. Again, she will ask else. Yeah, fine, guys. Satyam, everyone I have given Satyam. Okay. Yeah, so guys, this is a constant value. This name, I have given this literal value name as column 1. This literal value this literal whose name is 2. Literal means a constant. I have written in single quotation. It's column 2, Oracle, column 3, and I have written VTS. Okay. Vikram Testing Solutions, VTS, as column 4 from the dual. So if you see, this is column 1, welcome, column 2, 2, column 3, Oracle, and column 4, VTS. So this is a record, and these are the columns. Fine, guys, this is a record, and these are the columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. And these are its values. That's fine. Now, what I'm going to do is, I want to do unpivot. That means columns to record. So what I'm doing is, first thing you have to understand, for unpivot, you have to write an inline view. Do you know what is an inline view? I told you what is an inline view, guys. Anyone knows what is an inline view? Meenakshi, what is an inline view? Yeah, Mahesh, what is an inline view?
It's virtually located on a table.
No. Rakesh, what is an inline view? Satyam, what is an inline view?
It's a view.
We use it with form clause, sir.
Yes, subquery used in the from clause.
Yes.
How many times I'll tell, guys? Subquery used in the from clause, right? So suppose this query we have to write in the subquery in the from clause, and whenever we write a query in the from clause, that becomes an inline view. That is subquery from clause is called as inline view. Here this is an inline view. To use pivot and unpivot, we have to use inline view. We have written here select star from, and then all this query, whatever this query was there. Then unpivot. Then 2 columns we have to use. Column value for column name in column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Now you see the output of the query. So this is coming in this fashion, right? There is something called as column name, and there is something called as column value. So columns are changed into records. Let us understand this. First, let us see this value. Let me just copy this one. Fine, guys. Let me just copy this. Yeah. This is the output of this query. This is column 1. This is column 2. This is column 3. And this is column 4. Fine. So this is the output of this particular query. Now tell me, when I'm unpivoting it, what is unpivot means what, guys? What is what I told you? What is unpivot? Transpose what?
Column to
Columns to
rows.
rows. So what is the column here? See, these are the column 1, column
Column
2,
two,
column 3, column 4. This will come into records. So the output will be what? Column 1, right, guys? Column 2, column 3, column 4, right? And its value will be what? This column 1 value is what?
Welcome.
Column 2 value is what? 2.
To
Column 3 value is what?
Oracle.
Oracle. And column 4 value is what? VTS.
VTS.
Now let us just see, is it working? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So how we wrote the unpivot query? Can you just tell me? First thing what we will do, we'll use a inline view. Inline view means select star from and in bracket, whatever we want to write, we'll write a subquery.
Subquery.
Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So select star from, and then what is the subquery, guys? Select suppose welcome. So we have written welcome and its name we have given as column 1. Then any other column, suppose welcome, the suppose 2, okay. And this we have written as column 2. Like that, we can take any number of column and then from dual. This we have taken in subquery. Then what we are writing? We are writing unpivot. What we are writing? Unpivot. And syntax is what, guys? Here you have to write column value for column name in. And then you have to write down the values. That is what? Column 1, comma, column 2, comma, column 3, comma, column 4. And this is the syntax. Unpivot column value for column name in and all these values, whatever values you're taking 2 values, then only 2 values. Did you understood, guys? Unpivot, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Simple. Select star from. First, someone will tell you how to use what is unpivot. What you have to do, it will convert into columns into
Rows.
records. Then to use unpivot, we have to use a inline view, that is subquery from clause. We have written this. And then we have to use a keyword called as unpivot. And then here we have to take 2 columns. One is column value. And then for, we have to use a keyword for column name, column value for column name in. And those values, whatever we have taken in the select clause, whatever values are there, we will just put it column 1, column 2, and this is how we use the unpivot. Did you understood, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So like that, guys, this is what is a typical query people are asking, and you have to know this, else it will be very, very difficult. So this is what I just wanted to tell you about the unpivot thing. Okay. Now, I want to tell you about the pivot thing also, but before that, I just want to tell you one thing. If you want to know pivot things, then you have to know there is something called as, here you have to know there is something called as aggregate function. I have written here aggregate function. See, pivot and pivot is same thing. First we'll write select star from this, then inline query, we have written inline view, and then we have to use a keyword called as pivot, and then we have to use a aggregate function, and then we have to take the column, whatever column we want to take, and then we have to use for column 1 or column 2 in expression 1, expression 2, that is the subquery. Same ways, unpivot column value for column name in, similarly pivot. But here we have to use an aggregate function for with a column name, and then for column in, and then those values. So let us see what is the pivot function and how can we use a pivot function. So let us just try out. first we have to see a query, which is a plain query. Let me just open a. Yeah, guys. Now I have written what? Select star, select all this thing. Okay, from. Select all this thing from. Now we have to give a bracket, right? Inline view. And then we have to close this bracket. Yes. Select star from and then all this query. Suppose select department number, comma, salary, job from EMP. And then what we have to write? We have to write pivot function. And we have to use an aggregate function, suppose sum of salary for the column and the column values. Let me just execute this query. Yes, guys. Now you see. Here, if I take select department number, comma, salary, comma, job from EMP, then what will happen is I am getting the column, department number, salary, and job. Now, what I wanted to do is that I want to transpose the records into column. So see, if I take a few records so that I understand, if I take this records, this is department number. Now this is what? This is the salary. And this is the job. Now, what I have done is to transpose it, I have to use a keyword called as pivot. And what I am doing is I'm aggregating it based on this salary column. So the salary column has come, and this is for which department? Department number 10. And this is the department number 10 salary for manager, because I have grouped it based on what? Based on the job. So this is for department number 10, department number 20, and for department number 30, this is 2850. So what I have to write here is department number in 10, 20, 30. So if you see, this department number column is department number 10, 20, 30, which was in the record side, has come into the column side, department 10, 20, 30. And this salary is remains the same place. Salary is remaining the same place, but it is getting there. And then job is getting in the same place, but salary is getting aggregated and moved into the for the previous department number. Suppose for department number 10, it is 2450. So like that, it is getting distributed. Department number 10 is 2450. For department number 30, it is what? 2850. So department number column, this has come here. The salary column has come here. This job column has come here. This is how we will do the pivot. And people are asking it, so you should know this thing, that first thing you have to know to use pivot, you have to use a inline view. Select a star from, and then select the column, select department number, salary, job from this table. Then you have to use a keyword called as pivot. And then you have to use an aggregate function. You can use sum, max, mean, average, count, any of the aggregate function, then the column name for the column name in the values. So this is very important. Pivot, aggregate function, for keyword, always for pivot or unpivot, we have to use for, column name, in, and those values. Column name, in, and those values. If you remember this one, inline, unpivot, what we have written, unpivot, column value, for column name, in. For again, we have used column value for column name, in. Here what we are using? Here we are using for department number, in. That means for column number or column name, in, and the value. This is what is the pivot, guys, which you have to always remember to understand what any of the pivot queries or transposing the records into column. This is a must query which everyone should know. I know this is a little typical, it is tricky, it is difficult, but we have to know, guys, because we have to tell it to the interviewer, because the interview now is of the second level. It is not a simple interview like first it was like someone told a job, select this column, the interview is over. Now it is not like that. They are trying to ask a question which the other people are not able to tell. And that is how the selection is going on. So suppose pivot, and I've used two aggregate functions. Suppose sum of sal and count, I have to give a alias name count for department number in all these things. So this is what I have done. Select a star from inline view, all these queries, then pivot, aggregate function, what is that? Sum of cell, comma, count of the employees. I have given an alias name count for department number in all these queries. Similarly, I wrote a query for unpivot also. Okay, see this query.
EMP5.
Huh?
EMP5 inner query.
Okay. Yeah, see here. So here what happens for unpivot, select star from and then the subquery and come here unpivot. Then column value for column name in ename, job and employee number. This is the result. If you see the normal query, what is the result? Select. Suppose I select the ename, job, and then I select job and job. Okay, from EMP. This is the result. Yeah. Now after pivoting, what happened? Unpivoting, what happened? See here. Now, ename, job, employee number, all these columns has come into the record wise. If I select here employee number, all these columns, what was coming in the column wise has come into the record wise, and the subsequent values, the ename, job, employee number, all these things has come where? Here in the record wise. That means that is the transpose. Transpose is what, guys? Records into column or columns into records. So these are in the columns, employee name, job, and employee number. This will come into records. Now this will come into records. Yes, this has come into records and their corresponding values. Are you able to understand, guys? Yes, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is the syntax we have to remember for pivot and unpivot? Can you just tell me? What is the syntax for pivot and unpivot? What is the syntax for unpivot? First, inline view.
Yeah.
First inline view, then unpivot, then bracket, then what you have to write? Two columns. Column value. First is what? Column value. Then for column name, then in and the values suppose value 1 comma value 2, like that we can write the query. Fine, guys. Next is, this is what? Unpivot. And if I use pivot, what is the syntax? Inline view, then pivot, then what will happen, guys?
Aggregate function.
Aggregate function.
Then column value for column.
First of all, a column, then column. First of all, this column will be over. Then column in what? The values, whatever value we want to take. Value 1 comma value 2 and so on. Yes or no, guys? Yes, this is called as pivot. This we have to know, guys, because pivot is used to transfer the records into column and unpivot is used to transfer the columns into record. That we have to know, guys. Column value and column name are the two columns which we will have to use in inline view, and in pivot we have to use an aggregate function with a column and then column in value and value 2, value 3. This query very less people will know, guys, so you have to know it and you have to explain it. Fine, guys. Now, next we are going to learn is, guys, materialized view. I have already taught you. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now I wanted to teach you something called as merge statement. Some people are using something called as merge statement. Have you heard about that? Merge statement. What is a merge statement? Yes or no, guys?
No, sir.
Upsert. Merge is also called as what, guys? Upsert. Upsert means what, guys? Conditional update and insert statement. What is merge? Conditional update and insert statement. Nowadays, this question is also asked. Upsert. Upsert is what, guys? Conditional update and insert statement. That means there's a condition to update and insert the statements. The syntax tells what? Merge into target table using source table on merge condition. This is the joining condition. This is written in bracket. Okay. Merge into the target table using the source table on the merge condition. When matched, when the data is matched, you need to update the data, and when the data is not matched, then we have to insert the records. This is the say conditional update and insert statement. So first of all, this is also a DML statement. Apart from update, insert, and delete, this is also an DML statement merge, which is conditional update insert statement, also called as upsert. So what happens here is when we will merge the target table using the source table on the joining condition, means joining condition means what, guys? Here merge condition, the common column. Then if the data is matching, then we need to update. If the data is not matching, then we have to insert. That means this is the merge into target table, that alias name is target, using the source table, alias name is source. On matching condition, this is the common columns in this. When not matched, then insert these values. This is value. Value means what? From the source table ID column, from the source table product name column, from the source table price column. And when it is matched, then we have to update the data. So the update set product name equals to source product name from the source table, and price from the target table should be equals to price from the source table. So let us just see in the target. So there are two tables I have used to explain this particular target and source query, guys. So this is a target products table, and this is a products table, which is a source table. So there are two tables. One is the target table and one is the source table. So in the source table, there are 4 records, that is 1, 2, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. In the target table, there are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. First, it was not in the target table. We have now already used merge. So there are all the records. And if it is, and this is the source record where there are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the target, there is a record called as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the records are already there. So that's fine. If it was not there, then we have inserted or updated. Now, when we write this, when we execute this merge statement, so what will happen? It will always tell 4 rows merged. What happens to 4 rows merged? What will happen is, now I have updated, I have written this merge statement, and I want to commit it. Let me just commit it. Committed. Now see the target table. So now when we have merged the records, now see the target table and now see the source table. Now what will happen is the source is having 1, 2, 3, 4, and the target is having all the records from the source table, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 has been merged from the source table. If it was not there, here it was there, so it has been merged, and 5, 6 is the extra records which is present in the target. If you want, we can delete it, else we can leave it. So that is what is the merge. Merging is happening based on the ID column. Wherever the data are matching, we have to match. When the data is not matching, that means the ID in the target and source is not matching, then what will happen? We will insert the records from the source table. And when the IDs are matching, then what we have to update the data from the source table. That means source product name will be a target product name will be updated with the source product name. Target price will be updated with the source price. So if you see the target table and the source table, see the record for one, it is what? Table 150. And for source record, let us just see the source record. Let us just see the source record. This is the source record. What is that? 1. And then it's the table, and then it's 150. 2, it is desk, and it is what? 100. 4, it is computer, and it is 255. 3, it is chair, and it is 75. Yeah, so this is your source record. And if you see the target record, now, if you see this one table has come from the source table, desk has come, and now in the 3, there's a chair, in the 4, there's a computer. So all the records from the source table has been merged into the target table. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So now if I want to update, okay, suppose update our target table, target products. How to update, guys? Where
Set
set what?
column name.
Product
uh,
name equals to what? Something I'm giving. Suppose
Value.
I'm giving a D, okay, AD, where ID equals to something 4. Okay. So I'm just updating this value. What happened? Update table name set column equals to value where condition. What happened? Did it got updated or not? Yeah. Let us just update. Update table name. What is the table name? Target underscore product, right? Yes, guys. I have written the wrong name of the right target table name. Yes. Yeah. So one row has been updated. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to commit it, how can I commit? COMMIT. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Now, if I want to see this table, what will happen? AD is coming for record 4. Yes or no, guys? Yes. In the target table. And now in the source for 4, it is what? Chair. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So now if I execute this merge statement. Now let us just see. Yeah, we have used the merge statement and committed it. And now if we see the target table, now see 4 is merged with the actual value or not? Yes. Are you understanding what I am doing, guys? Now see, we are updating the target table, okay, with a value ADJ, some value we are taking for ID 4. Okay, now what will happen is, if we update this target table, one record will be updated, and if we commit it, it will be permanently updated. And if you see the target table, what is the value for record number 4? Record ID number 4, ADJ. Now, in the source, what is for 4? It is chair. Yes, right? Yes or no, guys? Guys, tell me, for source it is chair or not? Yes or no? Meenakshi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now if I use this merge statement, what will happen? When not matched, then it will insert. Yes, yes or no, guys? When the IDs are matching, then it will update, right? ID is matching, value is not matching, so it will update these values, product name and this price, right? So now if I execute this, now 4 rows are merged, and now if I commit it, now you see the target table. It has been updated with the 4 computer. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is called a
It is
merge.
confusing, sir.
Huh? Yeah. Tell me.
Confusing, sir.
Yeah, it's little bit confusing. Why don't know? Because we are merging
Not
into
really,
which.
sir, much.
Okay, now you let us see line by line. We are merging which table?
Target.
Target products.
Target table. Okay.
Yes, sir.
From which table?
Product. Source table.
Products.
Products, which is the source table. Did you understood this two line? First, we have to
Yeah.
merge which table? Target table.
Yes, sir.
Using which table, guys? Source table.
Source
Yes
table.
or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is the joining condition between them? ID. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Source.id equals to target.id. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, when the data is not matched, then what we will do? Then we will insert what? That particular ID, that particular product name, that particular price. When the data is not matched.
Matched.
And the values will be what? Source ID we will give, source product name we will give, source price we will give.
Right.
When the data is not matched. Now, the second case is when the data is matched. Okay. Then what we will do? Then we will have to update it. What will happen? We have to update. Set what? Match or unmatch is based on which column? Based on the ID column, right? So
Yes,
when
sir.
no match and no unmatch is based on the ID column. So now in the second case, what happened? When match, this 4 and 4 is matching, then what we will do? The other columns, guys, this product name will be updated with what columns? So source product name. this target price will be updated with which column? Source price. Are you able to understand? Match and non-match is based on which column?
ID.
ID.
ID column. So here
Yes.
in our case, what is it matching or not matching? First tell me.
Yes, sir, matching.
Matching. When it is matching, then what will be updated? This product name and price or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, what is the source table? See, first understand what is the source table, what is the target table. This is our source table. Okay. Now here, now see, 4 is computer 225. Okay. Now see, here
Okay,
I
sir.
am doing some update, leave this update. Forget about this update. Now see this, see our target. See our source and see our target. What is our target? 4 ADJ.
ADJ.
And rest
Yes, sir.
everything is fine. Focus on record 4. What is the value? ADJ 225.
ADJ 225.
Yeah, it is in the target. And what is in the source for record 4? It is
Computer.
what?
Computer.
225. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So now guys, for 4 is the ID matching or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Matching.
Matching, then what will be updated? This product name and price, yes or no?
Yes.
yes, sir.
When it is matching, what will happen, guys? When matched, then update. Set what? Product
Product.
name in the target table should be set with what? Source table product name. So target price should be set with what? Source price. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Say
sir.
again. Product name. Will see.
Yeah, this will be changed by what? By source product name.
Okay, okay,
This
okay.
product name of the target table will be changed by what? Source
Source.
source
Name.
table
Means
product
computer.
name.
Yes.
That is that right. And value is what? 225. 225 is the value there also? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Here it will come what? Computer. Yes or no, guys?
Computer. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here already 225 is there. See, if I use this conditional update and insert statement, I'll just commit this statement. Now, if you see the target table, so for record for it will be what? Computer, yes or no? Guys?
Computer. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is when the data is matched. When it is not matched, what will happen, guys? Then we have to insert that particular ID. Are you able to understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, where we use this merge means in project.
Yeah, in the project, no, when we want to get the data from both the source and target, it should be the data which has to come from the source to the target, and it should be merged. In that condition, we will use merge. So there
Yes,
should be a
so-
requirement is like that.
Okay.
When the data should be used from the source to the target.
And this query is written by test engineer or developers? Means we have to write this query or what?
No. We don't write this, but generally what happens, no, the developer will write when he
Okay.
has to select the rows from one or more sources for update or insertion into a table or view. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But what is happening? I told you, no, nowadays is a very competitive market. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
to an interview, update, insert, delete, everyone is knowing. Now, what is the
Yes,
problem? Person will ask, do you know what is merge? And if you'll tell no, then what will happen? The candidate will be rejected because you have not given one answer. Are you able to
Yeah, yeah.
understand? Generally, these topics are not even touched by any interview, any institute, but I touch because I give 100% coverage, guys. If you study from my syllabus, I can bet you guys 100% question will come from my syllabus. There will not be any single question asked which is not taught here by BTS. So that is why I cover these things. Okay, I could have completed update, insert, delete, and it's all over. No, because now I told you, the market is not like that. They know that update, insert, delete. So they will ask what? Merge.
Yes.
I will not give the answer and then they will immediately reject. Are you able to understand?
Yes. Yes.
So that is what is the question, guys. That is what is the things, right? That is what is the requirement. So this is the target table. Okay. Now, if I want to delete a record from the target table, how can I delete? Can you just tell me?
Delete from table name.
Delete from table.
Where
target
column
target
name?
product.
Yeah.
Products. Okay.
Where?
Suppose I delete a record where ID equals to 1. Will it be related? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes or no, guys? What happened? Did it got deleted or not? What is happening? I don't know. Let me just see it in a new query. Okay. Let me just open a new query. Target products spelling is wrong. PRODUCTS. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One row deleted. Yes or no, guys? Commit it. COMMIT. Commit. Yes or no, guys? Committed. Now come to our query. Now, if you see, guys, our target table. Where is the target table? Yeah. This is our target table. So which is the is record one exist or not? ID
Yes,
one
sir.
is there or not?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
In the target. And what about in the source?
Yeah, it will present.
It is there or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is.
So if I execute this merge statement, what will happen? Is the
Mm,
data
Not
when
matching.
matched or
Not
not
matched.
matched?
Not match, sir.
When the data is not matched, what will happen?
Uh,
It will insert the record.
The-
Yes or no, guys?
From the
from
From
source,
where?
source
Source. That means what will be inserted?
table.
One
Table
table
one-
and 150. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Let me just execute this query. Now see the target table. What are the records here? Has one come or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So is it conditional update insert or not? Can we call it as upsert or not?
Yes.
See, when this ID column is matching, what will happen? It will update these values in the target. When this ID column is not matching, what will happen? That values will be inserted from the source. Is
Source.
From
it?
the source. Yes, sir.
That's all is the upsert, update or insert, conditional update or insert. Am I clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So if the matching is happening based on which column? Based on the ID column. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes or no? Tell me yes or no.
Yes,
Yes, sir. If it is not matching, it will update the record from the source table. If it is matching, then it will update the.
No. Listen. See here. If it is not matching, it will insert. If it is matching, then it will update. That's all. If the data are matching, guys, then what will happen? It will update or not?
Yes, sir.
See, the thing is very simple. When there are two conditions, guys. If we insert a record from the source to the target, two things can happen. What can happen? Data can match, data cannot match. Now there are two conditions. Now what will
Sir.
happen? If data is matching, what will happen, guys? Data is matching, then what will happen?
It will
We need to
update.
update, right? Because
Update.
it is already matching. And
Yes.
if data is not matching, then what will happen, guys?
It
We
will
need to
take the
insert.
record, insert record from the source.
That's all right. That the overall syntax is this only, right?
Yes.
This is an example to explain you in more depth, right? First, it is what? Merge into target table using source table on the merge condition. When matched, then update. When not matched, then insert. That's all is the condition. This is what is the merge explanation. Now I wanted to tell you an example. So what I did, merge into target table. I wrote the name as target using source table name as source on the common column ID equals to ID source, then source.id target.id. When it is not matching, then insert into all these columns values you take from the source. When it is matching, then update and then set the target table columns with the source table column. Wherever alias I have put target dot source dot. Am I clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
That's all, guys. Merge into target table using source table on the matching condition, merging condition. When not matched, then insert. When matched, then update. That's all is the syntax for merge, and you should know because I have told you the interviews are asking what now merge. Yes or no, guys? Next. Pivot also told you, merged and unmerged also told you now. Next. What is the syntax for pivot, guys? Pivot, then aggregate function, then what? Then column name and then
For-
in column name values in the whatever column we want. Yes, guys. Now, I want to take a topic, hierarchical queries. Okay, have you heard about that?
No, sir.
Yeah, guys. So now the next topic I want to take is, guys, your hierarchical queries. Now this is again a very important topic, and most of the people does not know again this. Okay, so let us just understand, guys, what is hierarchical queries and what we have to understand from the hierarchical queries. So hierarchical queries, it is used to see the hierarchy. Okay, what is the hierarchy? Who is the manager? Who is his employee? I told you a query to find the manager and his respective employees. Do you remember that? Yes. What using self join? Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
So that is a separate thing. That is a self join. We have found it out the employee and their respective managers. What is the query? Yeah, Meenakshi, what is the query? Are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
What is the query to find the employee and their respective manager? Select star from EMPA, then join EMPB
B.
on what? A dot MGR
manager
equals
equal
to B
dot
dot employee number. Do you remember that? This was telling what? If I want the employee and their respective manager. This was what?
A
The
dot
employee name. And this word was what, guys? B dot
manager.
name. This was what? The manager name. Fine, guys. Now, this is fine, guys. Now, there is something called as hierarchical queries, guys. We have to know the hierarchy of the system. There is something, an introduction of a pseudo column called as level. So level is again a pseudo column which gives a level based on the hierarchy. It will just set a level. Or hierarchy column comes with two things. One is what? Start with, and one is what? Connect by. These two things you have to always remember to start a hierarchy. And that is what is the thing, guys. You have to always remember in a hierarchy query two things. One is start with and then connect by. It is connected by on what particular condition. And then you have to know the starting condition, and you have to also know a keyword called as prior. So the overall query is like this. So if I want to know the hierarchy, so select, I have written emp.star comma level from this table, start with employee name, connect by prior, employee number equals to MGR, order by level. So let us just understand one by one what we are doing in the hierarchical queries. Let us just understand one by one. First query is this one. Let me just execute this one. Yeah. So this query, if you see, it is telling me what? I want to see the level. So here these levels has come. So means the first level is of the king, and this Jones, Blakes, Clad, Ford, all these are what? Level 2 employees with respect to their positions. This is president, so his level is 1. These are managers, so his level is 2. And these are analysts, salesman, and these people have the level as till here. These people have the level as 3. And rest, these two, Adam and Smith, has the level 4. So this is what is the level. We have to use the keyword called as connected by, prior, employee number equals to MGR, and we are starting with the name called as King, and then we can go to the downward like Jones and Blakes and Clark and Ford and what these are what the downward level hierarchy. So if you see our respective query, if I showed you the employee and the respective manager query, so this is the employee and the respective manager query on A.mgr equals to B.employee number. So if you see, the manager of Blake is king, and the manager of Clark is also king, Jones also king, and then the manager of Ellen is Blake, and the manager of Ward is Blake, and the manager of Martin is again Blake, and all this manager is Blake, and then manager of Miller is Clark, and the Scott is Jones, and like that, Adam is Scott, and Smith manager is what? Ford. So this is how the employee and their respective manager we got using this self join. And if we put a hierarchy, guys, then king is on the top hierarchy. You see a hierarchy. So who is on the top hierarchy is always the king. And then only Jones and Blakes and Clark, all those hierarchy comes. So I just wanted to show you a hierarchy, guys. So let me just show you the hierarchy. Give me just 1 second. Yes. See here hierarchy. Yeah. So here the highest hierarchy is King. This is level 1. Level 2 is Jones, Blake, and Clark. And level 3 is Scott, Ford, Alan, Ward, and then guys Martin, Tuner, and James and Miller. And level 4 is Adam and Smith. So if you see here in this diagram, let me just show you this diagram. So if you see, if I consider ename as Jones, then it will be of level as level 1. Level 2 is Scott. Level 3 is Adam. And level 2 is what, guys? Ford. All these are level 2. I have not taken King. I have started from Jones. And then, guys, this is what level 2, and Smith is what level 3. So if I take from King, then King becomes level 1, and then this becomes level 2, this becomes level 3, this becomes level 4. If you see the query, it's clearly telling King is what? Level 1 because of the position. And these all are level 2 employees. And these all are level 3 employees till here. And these are level 4 employees. So you have to know that for using this level keyword, you have to use connected by prior. Connected by, you have to use this thing. If you don't use connected by, then you cannot use level. And you have to use a word called as prior. Prior, if on the left hand side, it will tell the first employee, the manager, and the rest of the junior employees. And if we put prior on the right hand side, then it will go in the reverse way. First, it will come the employee and then the respective managers. Here, what is happening? Manager and their respective employees. This is the highest and then the lowest. If I put the prior on the right hand side, it will go in a reverse way. It will show only King because he is having the highest level. So it is coming level 1 employee, and there is no one above of this. He is the highest level, and that has come. But if I could keep the prior on the left hand side, then first level, second level, third level, fourth level, all the levels will come. See here, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So 3 things you have to remember. What is that? First is start with ename, the column name from where we want to start the level. Connect by prior. This is actually making the hierarchy from which to which column. And then we have sorted it based on the level. Fine, guys. Next. Now here I am taking for Jones. So what I am taking, selecting this column, and then what I am putting is that I am putting a column name prior. This column name prior ename here. And this is the manager. I have given it as the alias name as manager from this table. Start with ename equals to John, connect by prior ename equals to John, order by level. Now, if you see this query, guys, what will happen is connect by loop in user data. What is the spelling of connect by? Yes, guys, this is the spelling. This is fine. Where is the query? Yeah. So, one second, guys. Where is that query? Yeah. So this is fine, guys. Now let me just come here. Yeah, this is the query I was executing. Yeah. So what is the spelling? Connect by. Start with ename, connect by. Just give me 1 second, guys. This is the connect by spelling only. I don't know what is written. Yeah. Yeah. This is the query, guys. Connect by loop in user area. Connect by prior ename equals to zones. Okay, so here we have to write the joining condition, right? I am writing ename equals to Jones. I don't have to write. What I have to write, guys? I have to write the joining condition, right? What is the joining condition? Employee number equals to what? MGR. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So now it will execute, right? I told you what? In connect by what we will write? Always the joining condition. Yes or no, guys? Meenakshi, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
What is hierarchical queries? to find the hierarchy. Yes or no?
Yes.
From
Yes.
from the manager to the respective employees. What is the keyword used? First is what? Start with. Next is what? Connect
Connect
by.
by.
And then you have to use prior. You have to use the keyword prior. If you will not use, then it will generate error. Prior and the joining condition, and then order by level. And here I am writing what, guys? I am writing this particular column, prior ename, this particular prior ename column here, which will show the manager name. So prior and these are the manager. Okay. So the manager of Scott is Jones, the manager of Smith is Ford, the manager of Adam is Scott. I start from King, and I can write here start with King. Yes. So see here, the manager names are coming. I have written ename, manager, prior, ename I have used. So I can see this manager is King, his manager is King, his manager is Jones. If I want to know the employee and the respective manager, I can use this query. I can start with ename equals to King, connect by prior employee number equals to manager, and prior ename as manager, I can take it in this select clause. That's all is the query. Now, there is one more query, guys, that is called a sysconnect by path. So sysconnect by path tells the particular path of the hierarchy. This is a keyword used in the Oracle. So this is again a particular query. This will tell the hierarchy is King. Now King subordinate is Jones, and then King subordinate is what? Blake also. Then King Clark is reporting to King also. King now Ford is reporting to Jones. Jones is reporting to King. Ward is reporting to Blake. Blake is reporting to King. Like that, James is reporting to Blake. Blake is reporting to King. Miller is reporting to Clark. Clark is reporting to King. Like that, this hierarchy can be seen using the keyword called as sysconnect by path and the column name, comma, that particular arrow symbol. And this is called as path. I have given an alias name path from EMP. Start with ename equals to King. Connect by prior employee number equals to MGR. Order by level. This is called as what, guys? Hierarchical queries. So hierarchical queries, you have to remember two things. First is what, guys? Start with column name value, connect by prior and the condition. And then if we want, we can see the level here, sys underscore connect by path and the column name 6 underscore connect by path under the and the column name and the arrow symbol shows the particular hierarchy. This is again a keyword used in in Oracle. So the questions asked here is, let me just tell you here, the question asked is write a hierarchical query to display the employee who are working under employee. Okay. And root node employee, root node onwards from the employee table. Okay. So this is the query, and next is write a hierarchical query to display the employee who are working under Blake from EMP table. These two queries are asked. First of all, what is hierarchical query? To establish a hierarchy, and then with our keywords used to start with and connect by and prior. Now the query asked is write a hierarchical query to display the employee who are working under other employee, root node onwards from employee table. Root node, I told you King and then Scott and like that. So like that, guys, I showed you the root node, right? So this is the root node. From root node onwards, this is called leaf node. This is level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. So the query tells, what is the query? Write a hierarchical query to display the employee who are working under other employee, root node onward from the employee table. So how we will write this query? Can you just tell me? Write a hierarchical query. What are the keywords we will use, guys? Start with connect by
prior.
What is the hierarchy condition? Employee number equals to what? MGR. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Connect with, I can take ename equals to what? Root
King,
node.
root node.
King. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
But here I know he is the highest hierarchy. If I don't know, then what shall I should use? Then I will have to put what? Start
Level equal to.
I can write here. Start with MGR is null. That means for that person, there will not be any MGR number, manager number, because he himself is manager, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Select ename from. Then this is the query, guys, from EMP. Then start with MGR is null, connect by prior employee number equals to manager. If I want, I can see the level. I can write here level. And what I can write here is order by level. Let me just execute this query. Yes or no, guys? This is level 1. So this is level 2. These things are level 3, and this is level 4. So that is what is the query. What is the query? Write a hierarchical query, display the employee who are working under other employee root node onwards. Root node onwards. So root node means what? MGR is null. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Write a hierarchical query, display the employee who are working under Blake from the MP table. How we will write? Start with what? Start with what? Ename equals to
Ename.
what, guys? Blake. Yes or no,
Blake.
guys?
Yes, sir.
Now connect by what?
Prior EMP
Prior.
number equals to MGR.
EMP number equals to MGR.
Order
Order by
level.
what? Level. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Level.
Select.
Select ename level. Yes or no, guys? From EMP. If you want, you can use that keyword also. Sys connect by path. Ename equals to you to see the path. Sys connect by path, ename, and then the particular symbol. If you want, you can use that also. Then these are the things from the EMP table. Yes or no, guys? Blake, then James is reporting to Blake. Blake is reporting to Martin. Then Blake is reporting to Turner. Okay, so this is our query. We are starting with Blake. So whoever is reporting to Blake, those things has come. Am I clear, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Which is the keyword? Sys connect by path, and the column name and the symbol to see the particular path hierarchy. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So in hierarchy queries, what are the things we have to remember? Start with, connect by, and the prior.
Prior.
Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
It
sir.
is used to establish the hierarchy. Fine, guys. No. After this, guys, we told you what are these? Hierarchy query is over, transpose is over, merge is over. Now I want to tell a query called as decode. Have you heard about that?
No, sir.
The
Sir,
decode is
all these topics are comes under PL SQL.
no, all these topics comes into SQL only, but advanced level of SQL. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
See, decode is like case statement. What is case statement? If
If-else statement.
department number is 10, then IT, department number 20, then CSC, department number 30, then some
Else.
mechanical.
Else,
Like that only decode is there. This is simple function. Decode, column name. If it is 10, then replace it with what? IT. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Let us just write down IT. This is very simple. If it is 20, replace it with CSC. And rest, you just replace it with what, guys? Others. I'm writing what? Others. And this from EMP. Fine, that's all. If department number 10, then IT, department number 20, then CSC, rest what? Others.
So
Yes or no, guys?
single quotation
Single.
to IT and CSC.
And CSC.
Okay. Something, yeah. So no, guys?
Yes, sir.
This is simple function. Yes or no, guys? 10 then IT, 20 then CSC, rest others. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
This simple function decode is used to what, guys? Is like if-else statement. Wherever we want, we can just use. If 10, then IT, 20, then CSC, and then others. That is fine, guys. Decode is over, hierarchical query is over, transpose is over, merge is over, normalization, acid and code root. So let me at least complete this normalization today. Is it fine, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes.
At least this normalization I want to complete. Yeah, guys, let us go to normalization. What is normalization? Have you ever heard about normalization? What is normalization?
Sir, it is used to divide larger table into smaller one.
Yes. Splitting of what? Splitting of larger table into smaller table is called as what?
Normalization.
Normalization.
This smaller table is called as normalization. And what is denormalization, guys?
Small
See, it
tables
adds
Reverse.
repeated data
Joining
reverse
of small tables
into larger one.
to
into large table.
form a large table. That's
Larger
all.
table.
Is called as denormalization.
Denormalization.
Just the opposite. Okay, all the data warehouse data is nothing but your denormalized data only. From different databases, the data is coming. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No. There are three kinds of normalization. What are that? First normalization,
Second.
2NF, second normalization, third NF. That means third normalization form. Okay, which is mainly used now. Let us just see splitting of bigger table into smaller table without changing the functionality. Now, what is the advantage? It reduces the redundancy, unnecessary repetition of the data. Okay. Then it avoids delete anomaly. That is what inconsistency. That means what will happen is, guys, unnecessary repeated data will create a problem. So we want to just remove those unnecessary repeated data. We need to just avoid it. We need to just delete it to avoid this inconsistency and all. We will use normalization. In first normalization, what will happen? We will collect all the required attributes into one bigger table. Okay. So all the columns are put into one bigger table. We'll assume no two records are same. Here, though, any two records should not be same. Okay. And we'll identify the probable primary key. So 3 points, guys. First, we'll collect the required columns in one particular bigger table, and we'll assume that no two columns are same here. And I will identify the probable primary key. Suppose here registration number and book number is a particular primary key, which we have identified. Then what will happen in second normal form? To have a data in second normal form, it must be in first normal form, and we will identify the complete dependency and move it into separate tables. Suppose the student is completely dependent on the book. So from this first table, we have splitted it. The student's data in one table, book data in another table. Here there is something called as book number, registration number. Here there is a registration number having primary key. Then semester name, semester date of birth, mail ID, phone number. Here there's a book number, primary key, registration number, foreign key, and then book name, author, date of issue, date of receive, and then fine. All these things are there. So whichever was we were able to identify is a probable primary key. We have divided into separate tables. Fine, guys. Next. In third normal form, to have into third normal form, it must be in the second normal form, and we'll find the partial dependency and move into separate table. Students is dependent on books, and students are partially dependent on library. So we have further split it into a small table. From the book, we have split it into a particular table library, where we have taken the book number and the registration number as the particular foreign key. And then, guys, what happened? There's a date of issue, date of received, fine. These all things are in the library table. So this is again a separate table. This is a separate table. This is a separate table. This is a partial dependency of students on library. So that is why we have split it into a separate table. So the conclusion is, in the first normal form, what will happen is we'll identify what? We'll assume there is no two records, duplicated records are there, and we'll collect all the columns into a bigger table and identify the probable primary key. Suppose this is a primary key, this is a primary key. We have identified these two primary keys, and we'll assume that no two records are of same. No two records should be same. We'll collect all the required attributes into a bigger table. We have collected into a bigger table, and then what we'll do in second normal form, it must be in first normal form. And then what will happen? We'll identify the complete dependency and move into separate table. So complete student is completely dependent on books. So we have moved it into separate table. This is a primary key. This is a foreign key here. And then in third normal form, it should be in second normal form, and there should be a partial dependency. Student is partially dependent on library. So it is moved into third table called as library, and it is further divided into third table. This is what the third normal form. Did you understood, guys, what is first, second, and third normal form? Yes or no, guys? Are you there,
Yes,
guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is a theoretical question asked, guys. What is the normalization? What is the denormalization? What is the advantage? What is the disadvantage? And how to use it. So this is what is the things, guys. As a tester, we will never use normalization, but you should know the definition and we should know what happens actually in normalization. Fine, guys. Now, guys, the next thing is the after normalization is the acid property and code rule. This is again a theoretical concept and ER diagram, entity relationship diagram. This is again a theoretical concept which we'll see. We'll discuss tomorrow on all these things: acid, code rule, ER diagram, index, stored procedure, regular expression, enum, trigger, and cursor. And then, guys, we will close the syllabus of SQL by what is the date today? 26, no? So 27, not by 28th of December, we will complete the SQL course. And fine, guys. And then 29, 30, I don't know, 29, 30 will be a holiday, I think, in VTS. 31st and 1st will be a holiday, of course. And then we will meet on 2nd of Jan. And then what will start, guys? We'll start the completely ETL testing from day one. Okay, the actual whatever we have learned in this SQLs, what we will learn is the ETL testing where we will implement it. We'll start with the data migration project, guys, which is very, 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 very important. Whatever you have learned is to be implemented in an ETL project and do the validation. So from 2nd January, we'll start the actual ETL testing and how we will implement all the transformation, be it be aggregate transformation, filter transformation, sorter transformation, router transformation, lookup transformation, joiner transformation in Informatica. And that is what is the actual class of ETL testing, all the transformation and its validation. That is what you will put the, you will have to show your, you have to tell your experiences in the Informatica and the validation. That is what is the important classes. These 2 classes, we will over all these things. And then from 2nd January, we will start. All these topics are very, very advanced level of topic, guys. Please try to attend because you will have a discriminative knowledge. See, whatever I have taught till yesterday, everyone knows, but what we are teaching, discussing today and yesterday and all those things are very, very advanced level of topic, guys. Please try to pay attention, try to learn so that you know your coverage will be 100%. If you know all these things, your coverage will be 100%. Okay. If you don't know these things, their coverage will be 90%. You will you can miss one single question there if they ask what is a merge. But here, if you attend all these classes, guys, 100% question will be asked with whatever we are teaching. No question will be missed. Fine, guys. So let us just revise. What is decode, guys?
It is used as if else
statement. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is hierarchical queries? To start a hierarchy. What is the syntax? Start with
connect by prior,
then
order by level.
Prior, whatever column, employee number equals to MGR. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
How to transpose? What is the syntax for pivot?
Inline view.
First select star from and then the select query. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then pivot, then and then aggregate function like sum, max, mix, anything, and we can take a column. Yes or no, guys?
For
Then for then suppose I take a column, department number
in
and then value 1, value 2. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
What is the syntax for unpivot? Select star from and then the select query. Yes or no,
Select
guys?
query, unpivot,
Unpivot, then
in bracket
2 columns are there.
2
Yes.
column
and 2 columns.
Column value, then
for
column name. Yes or no,
Column
guys?
name. Yes, sir.
And then the
value.
value 1, value 2. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Then we learned something called as merge. Yes or no, guys? What is the
Yes,
syntax
sir.
for merge? Merge table, source table. Let me write S, source table. And then what will happen? Merge source table and the which table? Target table. Yes or no, guys? Let me write down. Merge source table. Merge source table. Using
Yes,
what?
sir.
Target
Target
table.
table.
Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
On what? On the joining condition. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And then when matched,
Then
then what will
match.
happen, guys? Then
Update.
Update.
Right. When not matched,
When not
then what will
match,
happen, guys?
insert.
Insert record from the source.
Yes or no, guys? Yes, that is what is the thing. What is normalization, guys?
Divide larger
Splitting of
table
what?
into larger table into smaller.
Splitting of larger table into smaller table. What is first NF? We'll collect all the records into one table. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
And
sir.
then we will identify what? Probable primary key. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
And
sir.
second NF, we'll identify the probable complete dependency. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
And split it into smaller table. Yes or no? Third NF,
Yes, sir.
what will happen, guys?
Partial
We'll identify
dependency.
the partial dependency. Yes or no, guys? And
Yes, sir.
split it into the respective table. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
And what is denormalization?
It perform reverse operation of normalization.
Joining of small tables to form
Small
a
tables.
bigger.
Bigger.
What is advantage of normalization? To avoid the repeated
Data.
Repeated data. That's all. Tomorrow, this is again a theoretical concept which we learn acid, code, and ER. These three are theoretical concepts. This is theory, guys, completely. We learn these things. Then, after these things, we'll try to complete tomorrow index and stored procedure and regular function and enum and trigger and cursor, if possible, tomorrow only. If not, till here, if we at least complete, then trigger and cursor, we'll try to complete it by tomorrow. And then day after tomorrow, we can have a revision, what we have learned, and the questions, some of the questions, some more important questions, okay, that we will do in on 28th, okay. If we complete everything on 27th, okay, that is tomorrow. If we complete all these things, then we will complete 28th, we'll have revision and these things. If we are not able to complete, we are able to complete till here, then we'll take these two topics plus the revision class on 28th. And then from 28th, 29 and 30, we are having a holiday. 31st and 1 is already holiday. From 2nd, we will start the ETL testing. Fine, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye, guys. We'll meet tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Sir, 2 minutes,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me. Yeah.
I have a question. Sir, I created one table. In a table, I created one column. In that, I am unable to add the names using varchars.
No. See, what is your condition? This is a table you have created. Suppose you have
Yes, sir,
created.
I have created one table.
Yeah, what happened now?
I am created, sir, I can able to insert that number value.